We start with the easy way to get Godot block code. We just make a new project. Make sure we don't use any Git stuff. We create the project. Alright, then we make a 2D scene. We add a basic node, just so we have a main scene. And we save it. Then we go to the asset lib. And you just have to enter block coding and click the asset. Download it. Leave everything here as it is. And you wait a second and then you have it. In theory it should work, right? So we try to add our block code and we see nothing. Because one thing to remember is you have to edit. So we go to project settings, go to plugins, and here we have to activate our plugin. Just close it. And now we have our block code add-on. We create one. Just have to drag this a little bit up. And here we basically just want to have a hello world function. So we just have to drag here the log for hello. We save. And we start the game. And we expect to see the word hello in our console. And here it is. Excellent. So this has worked. But now comes the question, what should you do if for some reason you can't get it from the integrated asset lib? I'll make a new project to show you which error you could get from this way. So just make a new project. We do the same as before. We make a 2D scene. And we add a basic node, call it main, save it. Then I press F5 and select the scene as current scene. So everything is set up nice. Now I do the same. I look for the block coding add-on. And you see we still get some errors for some reason. And if I click on the add-on and click on download, it just doesn't work. For some reason from this PC I can't get an access to the block code plugin via the asset lib. So I show you another way, because the asset library that you have integrated in Godot, you can also reach it from your web browser. So we open our browser of choice and go to Godot asset library, and here we find our block coding add-on. You just have to click download, and it's enough to just have the zipped project. You don't need to actually unzip it. So now we stay in our asset lib, we click import, go to our download folder and pick our zipped file. You have to activate ignore asset root and then install it. Click OK. And if you paid attention the last time, you know what we have to do. We have to activate it in our plugins options like this. And now we can do basically the same. Just add block code. And then we do the same basic hello function just to prove that it works this way, the same as if we straight get it from the asset library. And here it is. But just to show you some of the power of block coding, we do something a little bit more special. Not really more special, just to show you what you can do with block coding. We do something more elaborated. So we delete this one. Then we just drag the basic Godot sprite into our scene. And now we want to turn our sprite via block code. We add block code to our sprite. we add every frame. And here we just can add the function to rotate our sprite every frame by 1. And voila! It's that easy to make simple movements with block coding. We can also do this with inputs. So if we press a key, our sprite is turning. So we have here input. We can just drag our blocks on the canvas. That's what I actually like with block coding. Can put some pieces on the board basically, and you don't have to use them right, because in some block languages you can't do this. You just have to do the bigger block first, and you don't have to do the block coding. You just can have some pieces in reverse, which you place on the side. Then we need a logic block, a if block, and we can drag our input block into the if, and then our function, which should follow when we did it right. So we can copy this one. So basically we have one function for turn right and one for turn left. We just have to change the direction to -1 and the key which has to be pressed to the right key. And here, if I press right, it turns in the one direction and left in the other direction. I mean, it's counterclockwise, but the logic stays the same. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more visual programming tutorials.